Welcome, I'm Wars Mohammed and you're watching the English news program on Somaliland National Television. These are the stories making headlines. President of Somaliland receives a high-profile delegation of General at the Presidential Palace. President's press office releases a press statement. Beirut probes Iranian embassy bomb attack. President of Somaliland Ahmed Mohamed Mahmoud Silania hosted a delegation of several officials of Genel Energy Company, a Turkish company in charge of the current oil exploration efforts.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Mohammed Bihi Younis, speaking to press, informed media about the results of meeting held between the President accompanied by several cabinet ministers and the delegation of Genel Energy Company focusing on the resumption of Genel's oil exploration efforts. Minister of Mineral and Energy Hussein Abdi Douale, speaking at joint press conference held with the Director of Genel Energy, commended Genel for its return to Somaliland and its commitment and dedication to ensuring the successful results of the current oil exploration efforts taking place throughout Somaliland. The minister spoke regarding several oil blocks found in central Somaliland and he stated,
as we all know, in front of you we have a large delegation from Genel Energy, led by the company's CEO himself, Mr. Tony Hayward, who arrived this morning in Hargeisa. They caught a red eye from London, non-stop. He came here to Somaliland today to meet with the Somaliland government regarding its oil interest in the country. Genel Energy acquired, as we all know, significant acreage in Somaliland in 2012 by farming into 2 large blocks in central Somaliland and assuming operatorship for both blocks. The company quickly committed to and implemented an aggressive exploration work program and completed environmental assessment and aerial surveys. Prep work for acquiring seismic data began in earnest, and nearly 400 kilometers of lines were cleared up to shoot a 2D seismic when the company halted its operations in early September due to operational challenges, including some security concerns. Since then, constructive talks between the Somaliland government and Genel Energy that continued since the halt of operations to resolve these challenges have culminated in Genel's return to Hargeisa to restate its commitment to Somaliland. Mr. Hayward met with the President of Somaliland, His Excellency Ahmed Mohamed Silania, and our team of ministers this morning. We've had, as the Minister of Foreign Affairs said, very, very substantive talks between the two parties and resulted in a complete understanding and a plan forward to resume Genel's operations in the country. We are very pleased to receive Mr. Hayward and his Genel team back again in Hargeisa to quiet the naysayers that drummed up misinformation about Genel's permanent pullout from Somaliland. As this visit proves, Genel is committed to Somaliland and is here to stay to find oil for the benefit of the people of Somaliland and its shareholders. The Somaliland government is committed to work closely with Genel Energy to help facilitate and protect this important national project. The government has taken bold steps to take full ownership to ensure the success of the exploration effort. With the help of the oil companies, before any new work program begins, it will embark on a major public awareness campaigns, community engagement, and to establish a security protective force to ensure the safety of the oil exploration in operations. With that, I want to really basically say one word in Somali.
He was leading the delegation of Genel Energy Company, accentuated that Genel has restated its commitment to working on Somaliland's oil exploration operations, and he stated,
Thank you very much, Minister. It's a great pleasure to be back in Somaliland, and we've come this morning with myself and a number of my team to reassure the President and his ministerial team of our commitment to Somaliland. To date, we've invested over $35 million, and we are intent on continuing to pursue our work program here, and with luck and good fortune to find some oil and gas for the benefit of everyone in Somaliland. We've had a very constructive and substantive dialogue with the President and his ministerial team about how we can progress our work in Somaliland over the coming months. And I am very satisfied with the agreements that we've come to and the plan forward that we've agreed. And we look forward to continuing our work in Somaliland for the benefit of everyone in Somaliland.
Vice President of Somaliland Abdurrahman Abdullah Ismail Sayli'i attended the funeral of 5 Somaliland citizens passed away in a car accident.
The Vice President elaborated on the background and competence of some of those citizens whose funeral was held and conveyed words of condolences to the family, loved ones and the public of Somaliland over their death. Me, the Vice President, I am today expressing my feeling blended with grief towards the public of Somaliland. Those citizens whose funeral is taking place left not just their families, but the government, acquaintances and the public in general, said the Vice President of Somaliland. Vice President of Somaliland Abdurrahman Abdullah Ismail Sayli'i prayed Allah to grant those citizens with ample sustenance and peaceful abode in hereafter. Member of cabinet, cultural leaders, political figures and wide array of guests in attendance at the funeral event expressed their grief and conveyed condolences to the public of Somaliland.
President's press office released the following press statement.
The President conveyed condolences to the family, loved ones and the public of Somaliland over the death of 5 citizens. The President prayed Allah for those passed away in a recent car accident to grant them with the ample sustenance and peaceful abode in the paradise. Earlier, these 5 citizens died as a result of tragic automobile accident occurred outside the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa.
Director of SLN TV Khadar Ali Gas provided honorary certificates of several professional journalists who excelled in the media service for the public.
The event held for acknowledging and further understanding the integral role that media plays in fostering better hygiene nationwide and further increasing the cleaning campaigns undertaken by the local government throughout districts of Somaliland. Director of Soldier Hassan Muhammad Yusuf, Somaliland Journalism Association, pointed out the underlying necessity of further understanding media requirement of increasing public awareness on engaging in bettering hygienic conditions and environmental preservation. Director General of Somaliland National Television Khadar Hassan Ali Gas underscored the major efforts that media plays in taking Somaliland forward and educating those with illiteracy on the importance of hygiene. The Director General reiterated the constructive role the media continues to play in advancing people's awareness on curtailing anti-environment activities. The Director General of the Somaliland National Television, Khadar Hassan Ali Gas, provided certificates of awards for several professional journalists excelled in their service for the public.
Ministry of Education accepted aid comprising of books from Arahda, a local NGO acknowledged for supporting Somaliland citizens on bettering social services.
The Deputy Minister of Education and Higher Studies, Ahmed Noor Fahia, reiterated the major development efforts that Somaliland citizens undertake regarding the assessment and further understanding the needs of public and private school institutions. The Deputy Minister stated that Ministry of Education is credited with the main objective of witnessing better progress in the education sector. Deputy Minister of Education Ahmed Noor Fahie commended the efforts of those who made this donation possible and pledged that these donated books will be distributed to the various libraries of public and private school institutions. A representative of Awahda organization, Ahmed Hassan Aden, speaking at the ceremonial event, informed attendees of the long duration in compiling these containers and elaborated on the major role it is sought to play in improving Somaliland's educational system.
You're still watching our English news program on Somaliland National Television, and now for the international headlines in detail. Authorities in Beirut have launched an investigation into the double suicide bombing outside the Iranian embassy in the Lebanese capital.
More than 20 people died in the blasts and more than 100 were injured. The Lebanese-based Sunni Muslim militant group Abdullah al-Azam Brigades have claimed responsibility for the attack. There is a mood of defiance on the streets of Beirut, a city all too familiar with acts of violence. My response is to the point and uncompromising because Lebanon has been attacked. Lebanon is a country that resists and our enemies do not want it to resist. The Gulf countries, the United States and Israel are our main enemy, said one man. Another issued a warning, no matter what they do and the number of people they kill. I have a quote for Imam Khomeini, and it goes like this: kill us and our people will become more aware and more conscious. The Abdullah Azam Brigades have threatened further attacks unless Iran withdraws its forces from Syria, where they have backed President Bashar Assad's 13-month war against rebel fighters. It makes the Big Apple the first large city or state in the US prohibits sales of cigarettes to young adults. A former smoker himself, the mayor was unrepentant in the face of criticism. This century, 1 billion people will die from smoking in the world, and we do not want any of the people that die to be New Yorkers. That's the one thing we can do, Bloomberg said. New York City's Health Commissioner Thomas Farley backed the move, saying that since more than 80% of the city's smokers start before the age of 21, the ban may stop them from taking up the habit.
New York City's outgoing mayor Michael Bloomberg has signed into a law a ban on tobacco sales to anyone under 21, raising the age from 18.
New York City residents have long been aware of the planned change in the law. 21 is probably a good age. I mean, you can't drink anywhere until 21. Technically, so as long as they can enforce it. I don't want how they will. It's pretty hard. What I notice is that they will find somebody else order to pick them up for them, and I notice a lot of stores still don't check, said a male non-smoker. Tobacco companies and some retailers opposed the age increase, arguing it would just drive teenagers to the black market. The legislation also prohibits the sale of small cigars in the packets of less than 20 and increases penalties for the retailers that violate sales regulations. Both bills were passed by the City Council last month and will take effect in 100 days from the bills being signed.
Thank you for watching. You can catch us tomorrow at the same time. Until then, take care.